My 2-year-old niece saw a bus of kids with masks on. She asked me, why do they have masks on? I asked her, why do you think they're wearing masks? She says to me, so they can't talk. Let that sink in. Oh God, what does he want now? What is up, my aesthetic boys? It's Fresh, back with another episode of r/ThatHappened. On today's episode, we take a look at some ugly setups, god-tier hackers, and late-stage capitalism toddlers. Yes, you heard me right. Today in my history class, my teacher walked in and said, turn to page 394. Without even thinking, I replied, are we learning about werewolves today, sir? He just laughed and said, 10 points for Gryffindor. Do you guys ever want to like something less because you don't even want to be associated with the other fans of that thing? Because that's pretty much how I'm feeling right now. Me. I don't have full body tracking. Random dude on VR chat. Because you're poor. I bet you play on a Quest. Me. Send some pic of my setup. Random dude logs off. Look at that. That glorious, beautiful. No. This. He logged off because of how damn ugly this is. You got a $2,000 PC but decided to decorate the whole room with $27 worth of 1-inch Amazon acoustic foam that I can promise from experience does just about nothing to dampen sound. Come on, man, be better than this. Flex your setup without the dumb story, and please, dear Lord, use less bright blue cheap acoustic foam. Tall, cute Russian girl with tattoos and wearing an MMA shirt followed me all over Old Town and finally approached me in a cafe using the old "your dog is so cute" ploy. I had to break her heart by telling her that tattoos are a deal breaker. She left quite offended. Of course, the classic tall Russian wearing an MMA shirt and the classic "your dog is so cute" ploy. Honestly, I didn't really believe it until he specified that she was wearing an MMA shirt, but suddenly the whole thing just makes sense. One of my students just asked if I brushed my hair today. When I replied yes, and that I even washed it this morning, the whole class gave me a round of applause. I love being a middle school teacher. Wow. I don't think anybody has said that phrase before. What a strange tweet. Gotta be the first person to ever string those particular words together. I mean, seriously, who has ever said, I love being a middle school teacher? 8 years ago, I made an appointment at my dentist, and under what do you wish to be called, I wrote, the chosen one, and forgot about it. Today, I overheard the receptionist say, please let the doctor know the chosen one is here. They've been using it this whole time. Ah, there they are. The Harry Potter stands, back at it, making me like the series less. I mean, hey, on the bright side, they basically took the whole ordering at Starbucks and putting your name in as something quirky and fandom related, turned it on its head, put it in a medical profession, right? Like the one place where that's even less likely to happen. But hey, at least they're switching it up. Last week, I installed cracked software and I felt someone cracked into my laptop because strange things started to happen. I created a new text file and I typed, I have an external hard drive with all my data backup on it, so f*** off, hacker. Litarly, he disconnected for good. Litarly? Really? YouTube comments sit just barely above Discord messages on the hierarchy of ridiculous stories. Oh my god, I had the most amazing experience today. I had to go to Lowe's, Home Depot, and Market Street. I don't wear a mask, and first went to Lowe's to return something. There was a guy in front of me about 18 years old not wearing a mask. I quietly told him thank you for not caving into the mask thing. He smiled and said, right back at ya. When I was done, I turned to go, and one by one, 3 women took off their masks and thanked me for giving them the courage to do the same. I went to Market Street, and I thanked someone for not wearing a mask, and she thanked me. I heard her thanking someone else, and another thanking someone else. It was the same at Home Depot. A man asked why I wasn't wearing a mask, and I told him that I refused to give away any of my freedoms. If someone wants to wear one, go right ahead, or stay away from me, or stay home. He took his off too, and I told him it has to start somewhere, and we have to be courageous and stand up to this crazy silencing our world leaders have foisted on us by keeping us afraid. You know what? I feel inspired by this post. I feel very inspired, so from now on I'm never gonna wear a seatbelt again. It's in protest of the government taking away any of my freedoms. I guess talk about a new meaning of life and liberty. Wait, hold on. Hold the phone, which statistically speaking half of you are. Are you telling me that only about 2% of my subscribers have ever checked out the Discord? This is like an awfully low number considering how many Baja Blast related emojis and pictures of my staff's pets we have on there. Look, I'm not saying you necessarily want to meet myself plus 7 other fun people looking to hang out any time of day. I'm just saying that if that's appealing to you, well, I know a place. Link is in the description and you know what to do. Click it. The link, you gotta click the link to join the Discord. Doctor, you lost 12 pounds since the last time I saw you. Me, coffee. Doctor, coffee? Me, coffee. Pulls out a pack of skinny coffee and shows her the ingredients. Doctor, sign me up. And that's how my doctor became my customer today. F***ing MLMs, dude, working their way into everything. My goodness. If I ever found out my doctor bought into an MLM, I would seek new medical assistance very quickly. Convinced my 44-year-old therapist to confront her husband about not liking her Instagram posts and left the session feeling so empowered by the realization that, well, she can't make me better. I can make us both worse. My 5-year-old just took half of my 3-year-old's toys and said, "These are mine now. This is called late capitalism." Then he gave them back and added some of his own toys and said, "This is socialism." I was utterly speechless, but I was also damned proud. Well, what else can we expect from a Twitter account that tweeted this stellar meme? You post for likes, I post what I like, and then 2 days later, the tweet complaining about how the posts he likes aren't getting good enough engagement. Look, buddy, I've been there. Sometimes you get an audience for one thing when you really want an audience for something else, but come on, this is not helping anything. I go to Starbucks so much, the other day the manager tried to hire me because so many of the younger workers will not show up. Yeah, honestly, I believe this one. Maybe they're hyping up the interaction a little bit, but a manager offering an application at least to a regular customer seems like a ludicrously plausible occurrence. My mom thought my weed was seasoning and used it for cooking. My entire family is high, and I've never been more amused. Yeah, this was definitely written by a young teenager that is yet to find out that, as hard as it may be to believe, even your parents were teenagers at one point, and I promise, they know what weed is. Holy shit, I just argued with my teacher and won. Big, long redacted. Here's the story. So my history teacher was talking about religion, and he basically said, "I'm an atheist and libertarian, and I believe that there is no possibility for a God to exist." I stood up and said, "Who created your shoes?" He was a bit surprised for my sudden eruption, but he said, "Nike, of course." I said, "Who made Nike?" He said, "Why, the founders, Phil Knight and Bill Bowerman." I said, "And who created them?" And he said, "Their parents?" And then I said, "Well, who created their parents and when did this chain start?" And he said, "With the monkeys that evolved millions of years ago." I asked him who created the monkeys, and his jaw immediately dropped. Everybody in the class started cheering, and the people that were doing online class unmuted and started cheering as well. My teacher changed the subject and never talked about his views ever again. Well, he physically couldn't because his jaw was embedded in the fucking floor. That's how hard it dropped. This is one of those stories where you just beg for mercy and the sweet, sweet solace that this could be satire, but deep down, part of you knows that someone on Discord would say this very genuinely, and it just makes you a bit concerned for, I don't know, humanity as a whole. So there I am, in the middle of carrying a League of Legends game and about to close it out, and my braless wife brings me a sandwich, not asked for, with chips, as I get a double kill bot lane. So how's your day going? No, wait, Chad Ninja confirmed? No, but seriously, did he tweet this? Like, did he actually tweet this? Okay, I don't think he did. I'm pretty sure this is just a copy pasta. As wild as it may have been for Ninja to tweet about his braless wife to an army of 9-year-old followers, I gotta be kinda happy that this one isn't real. I work at a restaurant, and today a customer came in and ordered a well-done steak. Instead, I gave her a medium rare, and not only did she not notice, she told me to give her compliments to the chef. Medium rare steak for life. Yeah, this did not happen, but I do say this with reluctance as a proud member of the medium rare steak gang. If you cook your steak anything above medium rare or you include any condiments like ketchup, you should not be allowed to eat a steak. I stand by that.